Sing in me muse, and through me tell the story of those people, skilled in all ways of contending. The Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy. Sing of the cities they saw, of the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventurers, Muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time, lift the great song again. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oathsworn, Odyssey the Dragonlords here on Neon Lights Roleplay. I am Turk, or Turk accented, if it's almost your birthday. I guess that's allowed. And I have the distinct honor and privilege of continuing to be your GM for the evening. Around my proverbial fire here, I have collected a fantastic group of storytellers. So before we jump in, I'd love nothing more than if we could go around the circle in which we've been introducing ourselves for nigh on 3 years now. And please tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, what path they walk, and if you got anything cool on the Island of Time. Starting, of course, with Comrade Crash.
Hey, I'm Comrade Crash. I'm playing Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord, and he walks the path of the Vanished One. I don't remember if I got anything cool besides, scary nightmares for the foreseeable future. But let's pass it on to Chrissy. Hopefully they have better luck.
No, not particularly. I'm Chrissy Critz, and I'm playing Tefera Doma. She's our human warlock. She walks the path of the Haunted One, so spooky. What did she get on the island? Menace. Insanity. Crazed thoughts. A fear of everything following her. Paranoia. I could keep going. But let's just send it on over to Heck.
Well, that's me. Hey, everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. I'm here. I'm on your screen. As per usual, I am back with Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry Bard, who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. I'm trying to think. I got stunned. I got attacked by weird bird brain thingy. I got, I just DH to the point that I didn't exist. It was a time, but also I got a good, set of advice on, the path moving forward that I think is maybe an interesting perspective change for Calliope. I guess we're going on over to Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Eliana Legie, the High Elf Prophecy Cleric who walks the path of the Gifted One. I went to the Isle of Time, and all I got was this shirt. And yeah, that's it. Okay, over to Corn Dog. You're muted.
I may be muted, but I'm still captioned. Can't be saying that stuff, Courtney. Anyways, I'm Corndog. I'm playing Borghild Hallharn, the Amazonian Ranger, who's walking the path of the Lost One. And I got an egg. Back to you, Turk.
All right. Of course, HP will be joining us shortly. Just briefly delayed, so we will get your daily dose of Threnos. Don't worry. Anyway, last we left our heroes, they were on the Isle of Time, where they faced the Lord of Time himself, Czar, who, while initially seeming to test them, was overcome, and now proved themselves to be something of an ally. At least in regards to providing answers to their questions and concerns, and also, providing them with a boon. A 7-day duration of a hero's feast effect. How our heroes will use that, though, as they awaken from this dreamlike vision that felt so real, remains to be seen. As 21 days remain in the Oath of Peace, but they now have a new timer to juggle, and 2 big fights to build up towards. That being said, It's entirely too much of me talking. I want to turn it all over to you as you awaken on the deck of the Ultros. The cool night air whips across gently. No strange oddities to the stars above. Exactly, they are exactly as you left them. You know, of course, altered standardly by the movement of the cosmos, but the sea is calm. Area here where there once stood a vast and strange island is just open ocean. In the distance, with spyglass and starlight, perhaps you could catch a glimpse of the mainland and the Eurasian Peninsula. But beyond that is you, the open sea, and the choices in front of you. What do you all do?
I mean, it's weird to be back. It's like I just woke up. Like, I don't know, what was it even like to disappear from time itself? I guess I wouldn't know.
You seeming to blip out of reality can actually make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm not good at those, chat. 10.
10.
You could do it with advantage since of the Hero's Feast.
Well, is this before Heroes Feast?
This was
Oh,
pre-feast.
Damn it.
So
God damn it.
roll me a D100.
Oh no, I'm gonna get a madness.
I don't know what you're talking about. That would never.
12.
12? Oh no, you rolled it. 12. Let me double check something really quick just to make sure I'm doing this.
Oh boy, what did I get on the madness table?
Nothing, because it's my birthday
I
tomorrow.
think I'm a cat.
No, but as you awaken, you begin to see that the world is altered. The stars seem to dance and move, almost as if they are being carried on the backs of winged creatures, the shape of which you can't quite fully determine. Effectively, and you can flavor this as you like, you will begin experiencing vivid hallucinations and will have disadvantage on ability checks. As
Oh, no.
the strange experience of being effectively unborn has thrown a bit of a wrinkle into your temporal cognizance. Anyone else get blinked out of reality or otherwise be incapacitated? I think everyone was yeah?
Yeah, I think we were all good.
That's why you should play middle-aged characters, everybody. None of these young whippersnappers.
Or just
That's-
roll better on saves, but imagine me rolling
You can
well in
also
this
do
game.
that.
That's true. That is an option. Anyway, things are abounding and moving. The ocean, you swear, small little sprites look and with large, wide eyes that shift and move with the waves are looking up at you, Calliope. Beyond that, it's all normal.
God. Why are they all looking at me?
Is there a way to heal this? Marshall's never gone mad before.
In-game?
Yeah.
No idea. I mean, you have no idea that Calliope is even acting weird, perhaps beyond the, kind of look of somebody who would be heavily induced. And Defera's now sudden paranoia being escalated, given some vibes that something is off mentally. Out of game, yes, there is a way. Usually, there was, I will say, as a hint, there was a way you kind of helped clear someone's mind of all of their fogginess and blockages previously, a certain wizard. So...
Eliana, I think Tefera's broken.
Oh.
Like, not in like a broken-hearted kind of way, but like broken.
Tefera, That's exactly what one of them would say.
I wasn't aware Defera was indisposed.
You haven't heard her just like randomly screaming at random intervals?
Not that I'm aware of. I feel that I would,
It was happening during
at
the
least-
fight.
that Leo would,
Borghild is correct. Defera has been absolutely losing grip. I think there were actually a couple fight left.
That's just my
According
bad
to my
memory.
notes, it was Chrissy has lost her goddamn marbles, is what I wrote in my notes of last session.
If we were back on the ship, though, I would assume be isolating, on her, in her bunk room, trying to calm herself down somehow. Very paranoid, for sure.
You would have awoken on deck, but if you got up and immediately chose to glock yourself back up somewhere, perfectly fine.
Okay. With that reminder in mind, because as I said, that was my shitty brain, and I genuinely thought you meant Calliope and not Defera, so I was just kind of going with it.
I mean,
Maybe it's more like a hidden one.
no one has witnessed Calliope's madness as of yet. That is a secret
Yet.
for us.
Because that's just happened.
Yeah.
This just in.
So with the Defera information in mind, I'm gonna go grab Leo.
Yeah.
I may need your assistance. Borghild has been noticing some strange goings on with Defera, and I was going to go check on her, but I wanted someone there who I know that she would be more inclined to talk to if she doesn't want to talk to me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's go. She did
So
say some random stuff during the island. I just figured she was just scared. But
so we're gonna make our way, and knock, knock, knock.
Go ahead, go away. Nope. I would just like some time silently.
Are you sure? I mean, if you need healing or something, I can help.
Oh, no, I don't need any healing. I'm good in here, by myself, behind this closed door.
We have dinner for you.
Nothing else.
Leo
Oh.
just kind of motion for the door. Your turn.
You can just set it inside the. I'll grab it.
yeah, of course. And then I just make sounds like I'm putting something down. I'm tapping the floor. And then, all right, we're going away. And then I start stomping real hard. And then I stop. We left. And then I'm just like,
Defera is not confident that that's a real thing that she just or didn't say. She is standing on the other side of the door. And when it gets really quiet, she will crack the door, grab the bowl of soup, and with one arm try to drag it into the door without. She's not well enough right now to know that that's an attempted deception.
I think as you open it, I grab the door handle and it's like, oh, good, you're feeling better.
Defera's going to try to close the door in your face. I muted myself. Is that contested strength?
I was about to say, can I roll strength check?
Yeah, you can roll contested strength here. That makes sense.
Oh no.
It's a tie.
Nice.
I will say that door does not make progress, but it holds. So it doesn't get pried open. It doesn't. Both of you are kind of, clearly pulling.
Are you sure you don't want dinner? Like,
yeah, no, I do. It is really good, and I do want it. I just don't want it.
And then grab it.
I think I got it. I think.
Eliana, you are also there. Correct?
Yeah, I'm not gonna grab the door, but Defera, you've been. What is going on? You've been open before, but now you're so. Cloistered.
So. Yeah. Well. I just am pretty convinced that people are after me, and I would like to, with my back to this wall, so that nothing can come from behind. I would also really appreciate it if I could just have like a few moments to get my head together.
What?
And I'm not sure who. Don't ask who they are. I'm pretty sure it's everybody. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna pass on the stew. I don't want anybody to poison me, mostly.
I would never poison you.
Not you.
I could.
Just anybody.
I'm not.
Anybody could have put anything in the stew.
Just like, oh, there's some real janky shit going on.
Yeah, it's
some
like,
real fucked up stuff.
Yeah, like we just give knowing glances, and it's like, should I let go?
Oh no, you hold on to that bitch, because
Okay.
I'm about to grab her. I'm gonna help Leo open this door because Defera is like knowingly not of right mind. This is not
Very clearly.
her normal.
Yes.
To simplify, I'll just say combined strength scores is gonna make this a situation where the two are able to kind of pull the door open. But that's scary. So
Yeah, the minute you both yank open the door and are standing in like armor in front of me, she is going to immediately drop down, hands over, and she's just crying, like losing her mind. Very scared right now. Possibly
Leo,
even like retreating away if possible, but very scared.
Leo, hold on to it while I get my stuff.
Oh, okay. Because at first I was like, I didn't do it.
No, you're going to. You need to grab her.
All right.
Defense gonna try to run away.
Okay.
No. Yes, that's when I grab her. Everything is fine. We're just here to take care of you as I grab you like from the waist and just lift you up, so you're just not able to run away.
As I dig through my bag, my stuff.
Frantically digs for diamonds or whatever the fuck you need.
Yeah, everything's okay. There's no one out to get you besides us, but
That's horrifying.
we mean you no harm. We want what's best for you. Just stop. Stop a flame.
If you have her arm, she's gonna.
Oh my god.
Ow. Ow.
Oh.
No, yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on, even though you're biting. It's just like, it's okay. This is not that bad.
All right, so yeah, it's some diamond dust. Fifth level spell slot. But better than some crazy, literally delusional woman who's biting people. So yeah, I cast my spell. I just like pocket sing. Ow!
As I assume, the spell kind of is immediate effect. Defer that doubt, uncertainty, that feeling of those things you saw coming to get you clears. Your brain is more able to adjust that what you saw with the knowledge of what the Sphinx told you is a possibility of the future and likely meant to be terrifying. Kind of, you are able to compartmentalize it much more cleanly as a theoretical viewing, images on a cave wall. Not the reality in which you live in, but simply something shown to you for purposes of scaring you or motivating you to take certain actions. But what you can confidently say, they are far, far from you. Like me as a kid realizing that going into the ocean doesn't mean Jaws is going to eat me.
As soon as that happened, which, you know, you could be eaten by sharks.
True.
No,
and you
just,
could be, you know, horrendous things could happen to your matter due to Cthulhian entities. But, you know.
yeah. As soon as that happened, she's absolutely exhausted. And Leah, if you're still holding her around the waist, she's not going to fight you anymore, but she is going to throw her arms around Eliana.
Oh, fuck.
Into a weird, contorted, what appears to be three-way hug of, like, Leo and Eliana and everybody and she's actively probably sobbing. Like, it was similar to probably the first time that we all had that Lutheria experience where we all woke up feeling real bad. She's, like, visibly shaken that way and just sobbing. I just would really like to lay down now, if that's okay.
Yeah, just kind of like a pat on the back.
Yeah.
But just like that, not to just be like, oh, twirl and throw into Leo's arms to do this, but just kind of like that, oh, Leo, let's go, and just like letting, like kind of going, and then like letting Leo and you lead.
Yeah, I think in like one swoop, I just like grab your legs and just like lift you up. It's like, all right, let's just get you to your bunk. Everything will be fine. Just get some rest. You can have stew later.
She will kind of like relax into that, and then will you just stay for just a little bit?
Of course. And then just gently put you in your bunk, and then I think I just like lay on the floor next to you, and then just like rubs your back and stuff. As he just stares into his arm that's bleeding.
It's fine. It's fine. So, elsewhere on deck, Borghild and Brenos, two of you, I haven't really heard one or the other what y'all are up to, because I assume, Calliope, you're just kind of...
Yeah, dude, they're looking at me, so I'm looking at them.
You're just looking over the deck.
Look at me. And I look at him, and I look at everybody else to see, like, I don't know why the fuck is nobody else reacting to this.
Yeah, assume a kind of vague Dali, Picasso-esque layer onto most things you see. And not
Oh,
immediate,
God.
but shifting. Like, that movie about Van Gogh's life where every frame is painted. Like that. But for Impressionism and
Oh my god. Ah!
for a second it's Cubism and oh boy, not again. That's expansive. Anyway, the rest of you all are also here, so I want to give y'all a chance to.
At some point, Borghild would find Big Daddy Pythor. At some point.
Sure. Pythor is around about the ship. Kind of, you could tell me if you have any particular area in which you'd like to find him, other than obviously probably the crew's room, y'all's collective room.
Room. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave Leo and DeFera in there on their own.
They have some really PG-13 stuff to get up to in there.
Backpats to a crazy woman? I think that's like barely PG.
Starts with
I don't know
back rub,
rating systems.
and it ends with.
Ooh.
Anyway, before we get into boomer humor,
Boomer humor?
I'm rather than explain that, where would you like to be meeting Pythor?
Gosh, I wasn't planning.
Oh, did you just say top
Nope.
deck, lower deck?
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Quick, tell me all the parts of the boat.
I-
3 decks trireme.
Fuck!
I don't know that.
It's fine.
I live in this century, and the only acquaintance I have with ships is, growing up in Massachusetts, the Constitution's right there, and also below deck on Bravo. I know all of those things about the yachts. And by all those things, I mean the places that they can find to make out that they think they're off camera, but they never are.
They never are. They
Never are. So much smooching and below deck.
So
It's a great TV show.
So,
Anyways.
Front of the ship, back of the ship, port, starboard.
I'll go find him downstairs where he's rowing.
Okay, on the road. I mean, look.
Are we rowing or are we?
No. We're stationary at the moment. Everyone literally is waking up as if from a dream.
Oh.
It's very Midsommar-esque, but not that Midsommar. The other Midsommar.
I don't know anything about that either.
Don't worry, they get it.
I need to watch the Florence Pugh one though, because she's.
Anyway, I agree, but Pythor is out and about with the crew.
Yeah. Oh no. Hey, Pythor. Are you free for a moment?
Sure, yeah. I could take a second away.
Are you okay? Was I interrupting something?
I just feel like I woke up from something.
Did you guys all take a nap when we were gone?
I didn't think we did. But you also felt like you just woke up from a nap, so it wouldn't be out of place for perhaps the rest of the crew who didn't encounter a time-altering sphinx to have a lack of situational awareness here.
Okay. How are you doing? Outside of being sleepy and just waking up, like, overall, in general. Like, not just the generic how are you, but like the how are you really?
He kind of looks at you quizzically. I'm fine. Is there a reason you want to know about my status?
I want to make sure that you're good and happy and that things aren't terrible for you here on the Ultros.
You're ensuring the customer service of the Ultros is up to snuff.
No. Oh. I think I need to apologize to you. She's gonna be like very rosy in the cheeks about it. But also I don't like typically do this, so I don't. Usually I'm gone by the time that this would. Okay, so I'm sorry for slapping you in the face and screaming at you and being frustrated with you. Because maybe it wasn't you that I was frustrated with, and I needed to do some self-reflection that I hadn't done prior. And I acted out of impulse rather than out of thought. And I'm sorry. Please say something. This is so awkward.
Well, I forgive you. Physically not hurt by it. Emotionally, it's good to know you don't hate me for something I can't control.
No. Nope. That's not the emotion that I was feeling. I'm sorry. I don't stick around in places for too long periods of time, aside from like going home and then going back out. So I'm not used to having to like deal with the consequences of my actions on such a personal level. And I'm still here, so I feel like I should deal with it. Especially because the Island of Time was a really wild ride.
Oh, you were going to an island, yes. He kind of looks at the porthole. Where did it go?
It disappeared out of space and time. So, you know, it'll probably be back when it wants to be.
If that's some of my divineliness would give me a better idea of that, but some things are still beyond me, I suppose. Well, if you needed assurance that I didn't take your words too harshly, you being mad at me is pretty par for the course with the group you run with. I feel everyone has a time of being frustrated with the Five. Well, Mother excluded. People are pretty happy with her. But the rest of us, I can understand the frustration. I feel it. I understand it. I'm doing my best to come to terms with it.
That's not why I was frustrated in
I
any way.
don't know.
Let me
why
explain
you're
it better.
frustrated,
I wrote it down. I wrote it down.
You all right?
Trying to think before I speak sometimes, and it is what it is. So I'll just go ahead and read it. Okay. I was worried that if I got any closer to you, or even the other crew members, it would hurt a lot more to lose you guys the way I've well, lost everyone but Ivor up to this point. And I realized that I started liking you a little bit more than I should if I intended on leaving. And that was not good. And then, also, you might be the closest thing to that I have to a god that kind of represents, or similar to some of the gods that I have back at home. Because there's a god of battle back there, too. But he's a rock. Rough right now. Anyways, I'm very nervous and uncomfortable with talking about feelings. I mainly just physically deal with them through punching or intercourse or running away. And I heard you talking, sorry, I shouldn't have been eavesdropping, but I was, about how you feel like sometimes people use you and the heartache that you kind of have with dealing with that. And I just want you to know that I don't think anyone should do that to you, and I think you're lovely and amazing, and that you are worth being followed as a god, because you're willing to do the stuff that the rest of us have to do. Like a leader should. Like, I think a lot of gods just demand and command respect, and you're out here rowing the boat, doing the actual labor, and I think that's cool, and I appreciate you a lot.
That's very kind of you to say. I appreciate the strength it took for you to say that. And you look as his face kind of upturns a little bit too much into a smile, and you wrote it all out. And you see the crew around you is all laughing at you, staring, and you just see everyone laughing at you for this weakness you're showing. This moment of vulnerability. Horrendous. And, well, the last laugh you do hear is as Pythor shifts from a...
You son of a bitch.
And then you wake up on the boat, like everyone else.
A fucking twist.
Oh my god. I have to do that all again.
I'm sorry. That's me laughing. That's rude.
She's so real for that. She's so real for that.
She's sweating so hard from her armpits right now. Like,
That's
she's
the
just
worst part.
dripping in sweat. The sweat of humiliation. And she's just like, oh no. Okay. I'm gonna go find Pythor again and do it all over. I already did it once and I didn't die.
Hell yeah, roguelike.
But even I'm sweating now, like profusely.
God damn.
How dare you?
The conversation plays pretty close to normal, and genuinely there is a moment where you're worried after you've said that last bit, that feeling of like, even having practiced it and experienced it, that you're worried his lips are going to upturn to a smile again. But he just kind of looks at you and doesn't say anything immediately. He'll just bring you in for a nice big hug.
Okay. This is way better than you laughing at me.
Why would I laugh at you? What you said is very kind and open and important.
Oh, thanks. I think I said it the first time to Lutheria, so she might know, or at least someone capable of watching dreams.
Why would you say it to Lutheria?
I did not mean to. I thought it was you, and then everyone laughed, including the crew, and I thought I was going to have to kill everyone. So I'm really grateful that not everyone laughed here.
He releases you from a hug and just puts a hand on top of your head. And you do feel this kind of like reassurance flow through you, a sort of stabilizing effect. You don't have to beat down anyone in order to prove you're worthy of being here, of being who you are.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Alright, I'm gonna go literally anywhere else. Bye.
I'll be here. Or somewhere else, probably. I don't know.
Okay. Let me know if you need anything. Bye. And she is dripping in sweat, trying to... Like, she came in sweaty and nervous because of the laughter and the dream and how awful all of that was. And now it's just... I want to be out of the skin that I currently have to hide in.
Yeah, that's fair.
The vulnerability feels sticky and weird. But also now I got a bone to pick with Lutheria in case that might have been her.
I guess probably best place to not be anywhere is be on top deck, where I assume you will also see Calliope looking over the side. If I could, Calliope, assuming white knuckling the boat edge, because the otherwise the side of the boat is also rocking with the waves.
Yeah, are they still staring?
Of course, they're still staring.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Never mind. As you get up, you see the last few visages of a siren, who then poofs out of existence.
Oh no. And I'm just gonna run to the side of the boat right by where Calliope was and just start vomiting uncontrollably.
Ah!
Just right overboard. Oh, never make me deal with my feelings again like this. Oh. Oh, that stew does not taste good a second time around.
Oh,
I need to chew better. Calliope, are you still there? Or did you go invisible for pranks?
shh. Oh my god, my mic didn't pick up the sh.
Oh no, we heard you.
Oh, okay, great. I didn't see my Discord light up, and that made me sad. They're all watching very intently, and I wonder if I'm invisible. They can't see me.
Gonna look over the edge to see who's looking.
Open ocean. calm waves. Beautiful moon.
You know where I bet they can't see you at all? I'm gonna look back over. Probably near Eliana. Let's go find Eliana.
No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be able to see all of them a lot better if I get higher ground. I think
Don't you dare!
She's gonna go to the fucking crow's nest.
Alden? Try to figure out where she went.
Of course.
What? You can talk?
He's always been able to talk. Everyone else hears it screeches. We did it a little bit initially,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, fell
Right,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Yep, I remember.
And shoots up, following as well, to be fair, invisible. So
Exactly. He was like, "What the fuck are you
We're
following?"
just doing our best with our senses to hear where she could have gone.
doing the best, but right now that's going to be a difficult thing. Eliana, what are you up to?
You know, just chilling with my baby.
Fair. I respect the hell out of that. You know, it's been a long day. You don't know about this other situation brewing?
No, I was just hanging out and fixing Defira, and now there's some smooth jazz playing somewhere. So I thought I'd reward myself with a little treat called my child.
Well, your sweet baby, Cassius is absolutely available for snuggles. So let's jump over to Calliope. Calliope, you're invisible, and currently things are staring at you. You're aware
Yeah.
of it, and it's freaking you out, but you're kind of coming to terms with it, that maybe this is just forever.
Even if I'm invisible, they're still staring at me.
Of course they are. Unless, well, I suppose some of them are asking others what they're looking at, but you know, they speak in a language that you can't quite understand. It sounds like ocean waves overlapping itself and the smooth breeze of wind against the lacquered sails. Which must be
Okay.
a secret language.
It must be a secret language, for sure.
Hmm.
I don't know. Are they staying at the same distance, or are they following?
Whatever they are, staying exactly as they are. The little eyes in the ocean, and they're just looking up at you. They get smaller and further away, but they're just watching.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, if they're not doing anything threatening, I think, you know the meme of like we could rule them like gods, angry gods. I think that's kind of where Clayton's brain is going. Okay, like they're just watching, and you know, fine. If they want something to look at, they can look at me.
Mm-hmm.
They're just doing their thing. Can I like repeat some of their language?
Sure. Are you staying up in the air while you do this, or are you landing back?
Yeah,
on the
dude. Yeah.
Okay, you stand up in the air and go blue, 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 splish, splash, splish, splash.
This is perfect.
And they respond to you in kind. I will say Alden then can pretty much a bit more easily start to, as I assume you try to have a continued conversation with these visions. Hear Calliope basically just making ocean and wind sounds.
It's giving the fucking the sequence from Ice Age where Sid the Sloth finds all the mini sloths. This is what I'm trying to emulate here.
Perfect. Hey, Chandris. I can see you over there. Can you go find Eliana?
Of course, I'd be more than happy to.
I don't think we want Calliope addled. I'm just gonna sit there on the deck and look right up at the crow's nest and be like,
there are there are 2 chairs now built onto the deck via Oath and Jafera. Like Adirondack style chairs. Nice little lean back, look at the stars kind of chairs. Oath is in one, so you know.
I'm gonna go plop down in one next to Oath and put small little mushroom in my mouth and just kind of kick my feet back and lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
Calliope, if you're nervous about anything, you can always come down and talk to us. We have these new chairs on deck. They can't see you when you're in the chair, is what I've heard.
I think she just continues to. she's getting the language. She's understanding.
In a desire to know what is being said. Bloosh, 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 whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Eliana, you'll get a soft little rap on the wood. I'm terribly sorry to inconvenience you.
Should I like go from like playing with Cassius, like looking up, just kind of like a
Just hold the pause.
specific.
Oh my gosh, it's like the dance people are doing with their cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chandras, I believe there may be something ill-advised or perhaps wrong, is a better word, with Calliope, and your assistance is needed, according to Borkid.
2 in 1 day.
Clearly, whatever occurred where you all went is quite frightening.
She will kind of like turn Cassius upright and make her way topside.
So essentially the scene is
See Borghild just kind of chilling.
Borghild is just sitting in a chair next to Oath, who is busy himself like writing down some things. And then up in the direction of you see a little floating, you see a flying, you see Aldwin floating above an area, and a little bit in the distance you can hear whoosh 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 glub 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 whoosh whoosh.
Splum, blum, blum.
She's talking to nothing.
I believe she is invisible.
Right. So she's likely invisible. Olin's got kind of a good eye on her because she's whoosh-ing. She was first staring over the edge, and then I told her how to hide, and instead she went to the crow's nest. If you would like to be able to sneak up on her, I'm willing to help you out with like pass without a trace or anything like that that might help you just get to her without her thinking that you're some evil spy or something like that.
Now, how is she? Is she behaving like Defera was, where she thinks everyone's out to get her, or?
I think she's talking to the waves or something. Or like creatures that don't exist. The wind, the very matter that we live within. I'm not entirely sure. She was not coherent. She just keeps making these sounds. So I'm camped out here, making sure she doesn't fall out of the crow's nest. ready to totally catch her if she does.
And she's in the crow nest for sure.
Yes.
I like look up. Start climbing. Just
I could perhaps be of assistance. Estrella will. I could fly you up, get you in position.
I'm good with climbing, but it wouldn't be bad to have someone else help me hold her down, because I can't hold her down and cast a spell.
I will do what I can to direct her in your direction.
She's invisible! Good
I-
luck!
I see the Stygian.
Just throw some sand on her and you should be able to see her.
Pockets.
No, not the pocket sand. My arch nemesis.
Suffice to say, Estrella will fly up and begin trying to kind of calmly guide you a little bit further back towards the mast and the crow's nest. Why don't we just take a little step back and rest our wings?
No, I've almost got it. I'm almost got it.
IP.
I believe you, but perhaps we could do it while we rest.
No, there'll be time for that later. Whoosh.
No, but just stand on the crow's nest in here. It is much easier to hear in the crow's nest because of the acoustics.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think it is. And she just like takes a second and goes.
Yeah, see?
And
Your
said
dialect's a little bit different.
and tries to like seem like she's trying to explain that you should move back to the crow's nest because
I don't know, you have a really heavy accent.
of course I do. I wasn't raised in the language.
I wasn't either. But they're really good teachers.
And
No.
of
You just
cour-
gotta
of
listen to
course.
them a little bit more.
Of course, and she is like moving close. I assume you probably give her space if she like moves a bit in your direction to not like accidentally clip
Yeah.
or anything. So I say, Eliana, you could probably like, you know.
So I'm going to do a series of things. I'm going to first cast Locate Object
Mm-hmm.
with long swords. Because I know she carries one.
Yeah, you're right.
Ooh, yeah.
So then when I get the general direction of like, there she is, I'm going to Dispel Magic.
No!
Gotcha!
My guys! It's gone!
And then just try, no!
No, my people!
You watch as like the world kind of melts like water splashed on a canvas, and you're just kind of floating, and you realize you've been acting very silly. Are you feeling better?
Yep. I'm sorry, everybody that had to see that. It's kind of like backing back onto the crow's nest.
It is a lot. What you do, so please take it easy, and Astray will descend back to the deck.
Thank you.
Just like standing right there kind of awkwardly. It's like, you alright?
I am now, I guess. She's continuing to do
What
that,
were you-
like, oh my god,
What are you
nobody
trying
saw
to
that.
do?
There were eyes and the waves everywhere, and you know they were speaking, and I was trying to speak back.
Talking wave eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're not there anymore.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go back down. And up to you if you want to come down or stay up here for a bit to get your bearings.
Yeah, tell you what, I think I might just stay up here till people forget about me, and then we'll figure it out.
Right.
Thanks, Skid.
Pat,
Pat,
pat the shoulder. Just like,
We're both in it, yeah, mutual pat. I love this. This is very good.
Well, sorry, you were gonna say.
God, what a feral episode.
going back to Cassie, or no, I'm under the assumption that Cassie just like followed and was just like flying the whole time, just like watching,
Yeah, of course.
and just like I go back down, I'm just kind of looking around, like, oh, there you are. Let's go.
I was
Not like
silly.
wasn't expecting Cassius to follow, but just like, oh,
That was silly.
it was, but strange things on a strange island.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfully, nothing dangerous and manageable.
Okay. Well, manageable's good, I guess. Can we get some sleep? I feel really tired.
Sure. Isn't it like midday?
No, night.
Oh shit. Okay, I was under the assumption it was like maybe
You
like 2
awoken
o'clock.
as if from a dream, and the stars and moon. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah. Gotta
Alright.
burrito the baby. Swallow.
Does anyone else do anything for the remainder of the night?
Give Ivar a nice big hug and tell him to come to bed.
Ivar, probably not. Like, you go for like a hug, you kind of.
And I'll wait for him to approach.
I mean, he's been laying down. The dude is getting like bed rest out the wazoo. Imagine being on edge for a year plus. Finally being in a place of comfort too is just bed rest, light soup, broth, and water.
Hey, bud.
Hello.
Sorry I woke you up. Just wanted to make sure that you're still okay.
He looks at you like he's trying to figure out when you pull a knife on him.
No knives. I'm real.
I know.
We're gonna get through it.
Of course. Of course.
While you were under that nest, I was turned to stone for a lot of time.
Not much.
It's weird being back.
You're more like the gods than you might like.
Yeah, no, did not. Ugh. They are not having a fun time if their experience was the same as mine.
You're tricked and turned to stone. How silly.
I feel like I kind of walked into it, but it's probably fine.
Oh, so did the gods.
Yeah, they also made their choices.
We chose to come here.
Yep. I don't know that I'll be recommending this place.
No,
Somewhere.
no.
It's not that it's necessarily like bad vibes all the time, it's just that the bad vibes are real bad.
We are not starving.
We're not starving. That part is nicer.
The land is plenty. At least the ship is.
Okay, so it's actually kind of like really nice here. But like I said, the bad is like real bad.
We will. I will find us a way home.
I was working, and by working I mean, I think he's blatantly trying to ignore me. But Oath is like really smart. I think if we can like throw our support behind him and his thoughts, there's like a really fucked up Titan god person that's like under the ocean. Sometimes you can see his little fingers sitting out. It's a mess. And that's who's not letting us leave. Also Sidon sucks, but we're gonna try to punch him in the dick. And by punch him in the dick, I mean punch him in the dick to death. So that way, that part at least stops. Oath might have a better way out of here than possibly sailing again. I don't know if it'll be a rainbow spear, but something.
I will find a way for us to be home. I will find a way. And he seems to kind of almost nod off at that thought.
Don't let him sleep. Maybe find like the comfiest blanket that's in our room, regardless of who it belongs to, whether it be Eliana, Calliope, Threnos, anyone, whatever looks like the comfiest blanket, I'm gonna go grab, and then I'm gonna bring it to him. And then I'll give them whatever my blanket was.
Sure.
Probably not the comfiest, but I feel like Borghild is like the type of person to sleep with just a bed sheet, barely on, just enough to like know something is there, and then it's otherwise just like belly up.
Sure.
Nice blanket, tuck him in, as snug as a bug.
In a rug.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, anyone else doing anything with the rest of your evening? Okay. Then the night proceeds. You all recover in ways you didn't know, perhaps, in the moment you needed to. The next morning, dawn rises, as it always does. And 20 days remain of the Oath of Peace. Crew have no direction. There's no immediate heading. There is no way to push on forward. So, the question is, as it always has been in this stage, where to next?
So
Right, everyone.
direct.
Oh.
I'm just thinking out loud a little bit. So direction wise, like kind of what's our hang up with like going to one or the other? Are they in opposite directions or
One is south and one is
Exact is,
east.
like-
West? West?
okay.
West. One is south, one is
West.
southwest of your current position, but you have to go really
Okay.
west to do it. If you recall, going back from the other side of the Forgotten Sea, you were almost pulled into Charybdis.
Yeah.
That was on your way to the Fates, which was a few
Okay.
days sail away. That's what gets you into the Nether Sea. But you're also pretty close to Praxis now, and pretty close
Yeah.
being an operative word, but still.
Hey team, let's gather up for group huddle. I'll go around and grab fellow teammates. Probably Kira and Pythor. Captain.
Oh, you gotta say the full name.
Manastokos?
Yeah, there you go.
You?
Hey, grab him too, cause he's smart.
Well, he's a ghost. Yeah, he'll.
Our literal captain, and been around the block a bit. Not
Sure.
Been around a lot of
in
years.
the other way. Yeah. Do we want to bring anyone else to our team huddle?
I don't think so. I think at this juncture we are going to talk about some of.
Yep.
All right. Okay, we're gathered here today for a pro-con discussion. All right, Leo, Eliana, you take the lead. I don't want to do this. I just woke everyone up. I actually, I'll write it all down. Okay, I'll be note taker.
I didn't know you could read and write.
Yeah. I'm also a cartographer, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, what?
Apparently, I know stuff about map making, according to my notes.
Oh.
On my character sheet. I don't want to talk about it. Could I have been making a map this whole time while we've been traveling? Maybe.
Nice.
Maybe you can make one where the stars meet.
I'm only writing fan fiction about the stars meeting.
So yeah. Go ahead.
I see that little finger.
It's actually not a middle finger.
Were you about to pick your nose? Is that what that was?
Pointer finger.
Yeah, totally. Anyway.
Never mind. I was gonna say something.
So we have the options of either taking out the Storm Titan or the Titan of Death and Dreams. Pythor's closer. Jesus. Sidon.
Pythor is literally right here.
He is technically closer. I wasn't wrong.
Please don't kill me.
That wasn't the plan. I was just stating facts. Sidon and his tower are closer. As well as his possibility of like destroying Mitros with storms as he has his fleet enter, even though we have allies there, but the king's insane because of Lutheria.
Mm-hmm. No, I think we know a lot less about Lutheria and really just the Nether Sea in general. I mean, I've never been there.
I feel that Chandra's isn't telling the whole truth, but not fully lying that perhaps Lutheria does want Sidon down. And it might be why she's not interfering, knowing that we are threats. Because if she bogs us down, we won't be able to take out Sidon. Why I, the player, am messing these names up? Because it's been a day. However, we go for Lutheria first. That would help the king, but give Sidon time.
Mm-hmm.
And it could... By not going for Lutheria first, there's a possibility that she bogs us down on our way to her, by making it nigh impossible to sleep which would affect capabilities in a fight with her. So it really comes to what do we believe we could deal with? What do we want to deal with? If we're able to take out Sidon, and I don't know if I'd actually be able to get the energy to continuously keep up with Nefarious madness.
It's fair, although I would say I would rather face that than a bunch of storms taking down the ship and all
Right,
of us on it.
If we go to Thylea first, that's the other problem, is getting with storms on the way to Sidon. So,
Like, I don't know, maybe short-sighted of me to say that dreams couldn't really do the same thing. Maybe they can in a different way.
apparently,
But
even when I'm in someone else's dream, Lutheria can take over. So,
Defera is going to also, and as much as we want to think that Lutheria might be a lesser of the two evils, we truly don't really know much about what she can or cannot do beyond the dream. We say death in dreams, but what does that really mean? With Sidon, it's a little bit more predictable. Unless we could get more information about it.
I feel looking at the King of Mitros is the best example we have that driven mad via paranoia. So it would turn us against each other. There's ways around that at least. There's not much we can do about controlling the weather as much. I know Calliope is able to an extent, but not through the
not for long.
not through the entire travel time to Sidon. Slipping.
Scythor, Pydon.
Yeah, weather. I feel it might be best to take out Sidon. Because I'm sure without his backup power for his fleets, at least our allies stand a chance long enough until we get rid of Lutheria. So then her grip on the king can go away.
I agree.
Because not even Valis can get close to him to help with his bullshit.
Yeah.
And at least with Sidon, it's something more physical than
Exactly.
I don't know how much help I'll be in dreams when other people see things that we can't. And I kind of glance at Defera.
In the meantime, Defera is going to look at Chandras. Has taken a liking to you to some degree. Maybe you can use that to an advantage.
Give it a shot.
My fear is that by going to Sidon first, we show that our clear intent is to all of the Titans and just, kill them. The brother and sister duo, and I think Lutheria will no longer see us, if we do overcome it, as people to negotiate with. I worry that we lose our window with her if we go and kill her brother and show her what we're capable of.
They do say that she herself is insane, crazed by, nightmares and the dealings of death. And then is the other thing, we lose our essentially open invitation to
her on her barge in the Nether Sea.
Right. But
Yes.
I think that is a better loss than having to deal with Sidon and a fleet, because he could send part of his fleet to intercept us for getting to his tower knowing his sister's gone.
So
But that's a part of the fleet not attack. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's a part of the fleet that's not attacking Mitra. And the king will be
True. We just don't have
possibly able to be helped by Valis.
we just don't have the capabilities of dealing with a fleet. We have some ballista, but this isn't a ship.
But it also sounds like no matter what, that fleet is meeting the coast, either or.
Correct.
So no matter which we do, the attempt is just going to be trained before it all happens, correct?
At either end, we kind of benefit from taking one out, because getting rid of Thylea gets rid of the grip on the king, which makes sure that the city's safe. If we get rid of Sidon, I assume he would enhance his fleet in some capacity with his storms. That would at least cripple them somewhat while our allies could help take care of them. Hold them out, hold the line.
So what if we try to parlay with Lutheria not? Maybe we meet her in our dream. Do you think Chandra, that is something he can facilitate? By way of, titles of the sea? No combat, just talking, then we separate to see what motivations are. And I guess Jafar's gonna look at Pythor and attempt at, I don't know, is this attempting, in Jafar's mind, in Chrissy's mind, let me say it correctly, I'm thinking, Pantheon era, we meet in the center, nobody's fighting, when we do that sort of stuff. Where the gods meet to talk and fucking make the decision, go to their realms.
They kind of look at each other. Pythor is the first one to break the silence, looking at just. Do you have a realm? I don't know. Do you have a realm? I never checked. I don't think I have a realm. I don't believe I have a realm. Are we supposed to have realms?
Oh, I have no clue. Jafar's gonna say, I'm just mostly asking.
Would your realm be
To say-
any battlefield or conflict, Pythor? Is the god of battle?
Maybe. I suppose a battlefield is where strength is shown. I don't know if I control all battlefields. Otherwise, this war would have been really easy.
No, yeah, so I'm thinking more, and she look to the rest of everybody, you know who all sat at that table with, all of those people at that last bullshit island? That's kind of, what I was thinking. Is there a place we could go where gods can meet up and we can have a chit-chat and everyone can go their in separate ways after? Or not?
Like a drift hall.
Sure, yeah. Okay, that's a
You guys do those here?
No,
guys have-
well,
Wolves? The wolves? Okay.
Hmm.
Have you guys ever like gathered up as a group? Like gods and titans at the same time, same place? That wasn't like a bloody massacre?
No.
Well, I mean, that had to have happened when the Oath of Peace was signed, right?
Nope.
How
They
was
were
it
in-
signed then? Just
Dragonlords and well, our mother.
gonna look over at Leah.
Yeah, Leo, you weren't around for this. You were getting some. I'm gonna stop myself there. You were in a time bubble, and away from the war when this occurred, of course.
I don't recall.
I mean, I could try to, like, I guess ask their mom. Or maybe they could ask their mom. And she's gonna, like, glance at Kira. Maybe. I mean, I could try, I guess. Maybe we could try together.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, the
Help each
stare.
other out.
Okay. I don't... Never mind.
Why would contacting our mother matter? The Oath of Peace is... The document, as it stands, is expiring in 20 days. Knowing the circumstances under which it was signed wouldn't change that.
You've had one Oath of Peace. But why not second Oath of Peace?
I suppose that's a possibility. It would keep the status quo as it is. Are you happy with the way things are right now?
Just kicking the can down.
That's if the Titans agree to it. They're in a position of power. As far as they might see it, there's no reason to sign a treaty.
And even if they did, they would probably continue to bend the rules like they are now.
And trying to get them to agree to not be in charge of their own domains likely wouldn't work.
Wait, does someone have to take over their domains, or their domains just go when they're
I-
gone?
Don't know.
Are the domains just kind of made up? Is it just that they call dibs first?
That is where their powers lie. I don't know if that's...
Like gifted child powers lie, or like just dibs?
Going with it.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't.
No, it's how you are. It's where how the power sits in you. It's not like it would become untamed storms if Sidon died. It just wouldn't have a director of sorts. It would be the weather.
So just nature.
Is why it's okay to kill them. Which I'm in favor of.
Oh, we're totally killing
Yeah,
Sidon.
we're-
Trying to figure out the order.
Yeah, I don't think the question is whether or not we want how and in what respect and way. I suppose the reason I'm asking is because if there is a way that we can get Lutheria's help in killing Sidon, Chandras has said that they would help us liaise with her, but it would have to happen in the Nether. I am just wondering if there's a way that maybe we don't have to go there to have the first.
Possibly. Whether it's even possible to set that up, whether she would see it as a valid means of contacting her. I mean, she's crazy. Not showing up in person may be seen as a slight on her honor.
And then,
But
is it?
I'll also say, having to sail all the way back to the Nether Sea would potentially waste the power we have now. You all have a massive boon. We're within a few days' sail of Praxis. You could try and storm the tower with the advantage you have now and try to knock out one of the Titans. Or take a chance on a diplomatic effort and have less time if things go sour.
How long till Praxis? A day? 2 days? Three?
Kevin Astokos is there. 4 days sail. 3.5 if we have the wind, which we do.
So we spend 3.5 days gathering intel in one way or another. And we go to Praxis. And to note, there was a little message sent, and while he cannot be present, Thylea would like to make it clear that he wants to fucking kill Sidon. So, we can all imagine in our brain minds that Brenna are making as many arguments as possible for us to head to Sidon. I am not going to say those words because I would never make them as good as HP.
Having read the message, he made a statement that if you're not on board with killing Sidon, bad, and was not in favor of hearing arguments for trying to detour to the Nether Sea, and left the conversation.
My worry with Lutheria is definitely if she's in our dreams, she knows our true intent. We're not gonna. I hope we're not gonna keep a bargain with her. Long term. And she'll most likely prepare for that. And then that will make us hamstring us even more.
She might see it as us supporting her, to be fair. If we get rid of her brother, lover. Maybe she'll they really like me.
They really like me.
Do we want to consult with Chandras as the only Titan advocate on the boat? They might have useful insight.
I think we could do that over the next couple of days, so it isn't overt. My worry with him knowing would be that if we are attempting to seek some sort of information or know her weaknesses in a way that he might shut down and not be open to sharing it with Calliope.
He's also a zealot, so asking about the weaknesses of their god, he's going to say she doesn't have a weakness.
Or maybe he would
that's
provide
what I was
something about
thinking.
Sidon, is what I'm saying.
Does he know anything useful about Sidon? He does not serve Sidon, and likely has never been to Praxis.
And Defera's going to add I think ultimately all we really need to know is we're looking at when we get to the Nether Sea. Is this a bunch of undead? Is this scaling a mountain? Is this like what does their faith tell them that they see when they go to Lutheria and they die? Like what are we dealing with necessarily?
One of you could die.
Haha.
Little recon.
I don't necessarily expect Chandris to tell us that, she had her appendix removed when she was, But he might have some scripture that explains what we would be sailing into and he could share.
For sure. It sounds like our minds are made up.
We head towards Sidon?
Yeah.
I think so.
Borghild? Eliana?
Yeah. Go and stop the storms.
I mean, there is. Sorry, that's Pythor, but it's Man still close. There is also another island to investigate, potentially. But I understand time is of the essence.
Right?
Final constellation on the map, under the sign of the spear.
Because there were two that we didn't check.
Well, one you're not checking on purpose.
No, I'm talking about the Chimera.
Oh, yeah, but Chimera Island is like... I think
These are
everyone
available.
read that as small potatoes,
That was probably like the level 5 adventure or something like that.
We level 3.
Show up, breathe on that thing, and it would die. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Probably. But it is an option. But, unless anyone says anything, I would assume...
Far out of the way is it?
According to the Antikythera, 2 days sail. But
That's
it would
really
be 2
pushing.
days in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's really fucking pushing it.
Yeah,
Because we'd lose out on our boon.
exactly.
Above table, the boon is just basically the hero's feast, right?
For a
Yep.
week.
For a week, and it just cures all disease, poison, becomes immune to poison, and being frightened. And we make all wisdom saving throws with advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So it's nothing.
Nothing,
Different.
nothing extra.
Okay.
Also, you increase your hit point maximum by 2d10,
Perfect.
so you get some temp hit points.
So yeah, so I think we're all feeling buff, and we just want to use it right now.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of a use it or lose it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So what were the full details of that boon, by the way? There was like advantage on wisdom saving throws and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah, it's the full
Yeah, it's a
effect of
hero's
the hero.
feast.
It's a hero's feast spell. So if you Google Hero's Feast 5e,
Yeah.
it'll pop up, and
Here, I'll
you just
put
have
it-
that for a week instead of the standard 24
I
hours.
play clerics
I know. It's just like you've done this in our other games so many times.
Main clerics for life. I've played D&D for like coming on 15 years. I don't know how to play this. I don't know the rules.
It's fine. I still Google everything.
I thought this was a dating sim.
Is that
One of the pillars that it, works with. There's combat, exploration, dating sim.
Just-
That's definitely not the order I would put them in.
Well, it's the 3 pillars.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn this so that way dating sim is in the front of these.
That being said, unless there is any final dissenting voice or other thing to add to the scene, we can assume the order is given for the crew to move out.
We at least know the name of that island that we're not going to.
Let me double check actually, because some islands are known off the bat, less some are less so.
We know you want to go because it says spears.
Listen,
I think we have enough.
I don't need to be called out like this.
Oh, there we go. I know there's a story connected to it.
We all like stories.
And if you'd like, you can make me a history check.
Oh.
Actually, anyone who is from this land could make me a history check to try and
I'm bad.
recall.
Not with a 6, I'm not.
At least Afira knows.
So, Kira will launch into a quick tale. In the western sky at dusk, you see the spear of Sidon. It reminds me of the tale of Galamus, a soldier who broke his oath to serve the king of Astoria. Galamus was a lazy, Bruges coward who preyed upon the weak. Recognizing this, his officers banished him from the army. Bitter and resentful, Galamus prayed to Sidon. If the Lord of Storms would transform him into the greatest warrior in Thylea, then he would kill the very king that he had vowed to serve. In answer to his prayer, Galamus was transformed into a powerful minotaur. Reckless with power, I lost my place. He rampaged throughout the king's palace, trampling and killing all who crossed his path. Eventually, the king rallied his men against the monster. They stabbed him 1,000 times with his spear until he lay dead. Because of Galamus, the people of Astoria and Mitros regard minotaurs as untrustworthy brutes. Not exactly fair, because the fact is, even to this day, but Galamus was a monster long before he became a minotaur. But connecting that island and this kind of tale of corrupting power, it clicks into your head. That must reference the Isle of Typhon, where it is told in legends that all the unnatural creatures and strange monstrosities originate from some strange fissure in the earth.
Oh.
The Island of Monsters.
Oh.
Do you think God stays in heaven out of fear of what he's created?
No, I feel like this is where the wild things are.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
I mean, just
I'd
look at
be up
Bulba.
if that was really.
It's just an island of bullbugs. Like,
Island of sweet beans.
But with a course locked in, the path set, places to be, things to do, I think there's where we're going to take our first break of the evening. So, thank you all so much for joining us thus far. Big shout out to our raid from Sword and Key. Hey, I'm so glad you can catch us before we hit break this time. Nice that all lined up. Anyway, we're going to go take care of ourselves. I suggest you do the same, and in whatever way that best serve you, involving liquids or otherwise. I thought I was going to have sour candies, but they're all gone. So that's a little bit of insight into my life. Anyway, we'll be back shortly, so stick with us, and we'll see you again very soon. Michelle, if you could please take us a break. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you took care of yourself I hope you were generous with your desires. I hope you had a little bit of sugar. You deserve it. A little treat for me. Anyway, why are you being... What, is this bad?
Something about the way you said desires. Just,
Doth thou wish to live deliciously?
I guess so.
Yeah, goddamn right you do. Anyway,
Yeah, he ate all the Sour Patch Kid sugar from the bag over break.
there's no proof of that. There's,
Now I'm just lying.
They're sour crystals.
there's no proof. My dentist will tell you it's a lie. Anyway, I did everything right.
No.
But we're back. The sail towards Praxis has officially begun. The first full day after deliberations of your 3.5-day sail begins. The crew is certainly filled with a trepidation to it, despite this being kind of the best and bravest of the lands you have been to and seen and added to it as necessary. There is still a great amount of, well, finality, or at least the start of something, those last big final steps. And as they row and sail and work their way forward, cutting through the sea, quite literally, with the enchantments you got from Highwind, the crew's hearts are in their throats. It's not a difficult thing to read from the more common folk, say in parentheses. But of the minds of others, you might have to dig a little bit deeper. But, suffice to say, I turn the scene over to any who wish to have it for this first day before the evening. I'm also going to change this. Anyone have anything they're doing? And if not, it's totally fine. We can just keep sailing on.
Yes.
Alright. The first night approaches. A kind of a kind of initial feeling. That feeling of trepidation translates the evening as conversations amongst the crew are clipped. There's, of course, joking and a light amount of banter, but that kind of courageous spirit, how nothing could ever stop us, has dropped slightly. People are amongst themselves, speaking privately, quietly, affirming to one another of the strength they share. But beyond that is a night cast with stars and few clouds. Is anyone doing anything in particular on this, the end of the 20th day in the Oath of Peace?
I'm trying to think, because yeah, like I'm assuming, yeah, we let everyone know where we're heading, and I think what we're going to do. But if people are hesitant and kind of just keeping to themselves, I'm trying to think of a way Leo would try to inspire people. But
Do I see this thought forming on Leo's face?
I think so, because yeah, usually he's okay, but this time he has this head furrow, or like his brow furrowed, while like, I don't know, maybe just his hands like close to his chest, just folded. just like standing to the side, you know, like against the wall, just you know, just glancing at everyone, just you know, hesitating.
I think, Calliope would see that, and walk over, say, I feel like you're thinking what I'm thinking. Folks are a little too nervous, too hesitant, right?
Yeah, but we unfortunately can't drop anyone off if they, you know, are having second thoughts.
It's true. It's true.
And so I want to, or I wish there was a way we could inspire them and hope, you know, well, I can't say everything will be okay because we have come across Sidon multiple times, and each time we have gotten beat up, and that's not been fun.
Oh, though we made it each time. Tell you what. Can you carry a beat?
Actually, yeah, I can.
Okay. But, I mean, that's the thing. Calliope doesn't have any just like percussion instruments like on hand, but I feel like we could probably fashion one out of the things on this ship. Between like tarps, being able to stretch it over something, like we could probably fashion something, right?
Of course, yeah. What do you need me to play?
Some type of percussion instrument.
Well, we do have the rowing drum.
Oh
So
my
I can
gosh, you're
rush over
so
and
right.
grab it and just pick it up and like bring it up over casually, you know.
Yes.
Okay, everyone,
Okay.
I think we're done rowing for tonight.
Oh yeah, no, they pulled in the oars at this point.
Yeah, I was like, I really doubt we'd be running through the night unless we told them to. Like that would suck,
It's-
though.
The wind. He did mention the wind being with you, so that does mean the crew can rest in periods, and so
Yeah.
in the early evening, in the evening like this, it's definitely possible that the crew is getting their meal and digesting before getting back to a workout. Otherwise, you know, indigestional troubles abound.
Yeah, I think, Calliope would want to do some type of song that she knows that, you know, either like is from the muses, some type of, you know, rally song.
Yeah, I mean, there are a number of war songs, epic pieces. I mean, it's kind of just like thinking for more of like a war chant, or is this supposed to be like a kind of epic tale sort of thing? I mean, apparently you've been working on a sort
Exactly,
of
like, yeah,
melody.
I almost like want to like carry a tune that everybody knows, but make the improvisational changes of things current to our situation.
I think you can make me a history and a persuasion and a performance check.
Okay.
We'll kind of take the average of the two and see which one lines up better here.
Oh boy, okay. Of course. Take that 19 though. I can't roll for
That's
shit
13
though.
performance. Yeah, me too.
I'll take the 19 though. It's like I have a plus 13 to performance, and here I am.
Well, with that, you can probably call to mind a few pieces speaking about the war against the Titans and this kind of hopeful message of overcoming adversaries, the fire in the hearts of those who have carried on, kind of calling back to that ancient past, and is meant to be in its way like adapted and added on to, quite literally, kind of like this Homeric tradition of, hey, this is a basic story of how we've got to this point, but you can kind of spice it up depending on who you're talking to. A simple tale on its base, very kind of factual almost, but you're allowed to kind of dress it up to hype up the local crowds. In this case, you got a bunch of warriors, athletes, people of Mitros who are going to face the Titans, and definitely want to get folks hyped for that. I try and put a certain song, but yeah, you want to begin playing that with the two of you. I'd take a fresh performance check that you will both be adding your numbers together for the final result.
All right, performance. I can do this.
I'm so scared.
Oh, I can't do this.
Oh, I'll take that 30.
I
Let's
got
go.
a 9.
A 30 and a 9.
I'm trying my
It's the
best.
participation that counts.
Definitely brings it up.
I feel like the Heroes Feast has to do something.
Well, it does something for the people who are in it. It certainly, empowers all of you to feel a lot more strong and capable.
I feel like what you mean to say is that, yeah, it's super helpful and beneficial, and they get to always roll with advantage. Because my birthday is tomorrow.
Oh no, I still have your gift waiting. It wasn't just.
I feel like that's a real thing. I think it was you. You're like, this gift will be Lutheria. I'm laughing at her for admitting feelings.
It's fine. With the driving drum beats, a bit more forceful perhaps, but Calliope, you kind of interpret it and take that and kind of add extra emphasis, maybe potentially trying to start this as a slow build-up, but immediately following kind of Leo's like heavy smacking of the drum. You're able to all right, we're going right into it, and skip all the bits that are about the oh, we had to hide as early people. You just immediately jump into the fight, and it just instantly becomes this kind of rallying cry as you watch energy fill the crew as verses that are more well known begin to be matched and paired, and they jump in on the chorus eventually. Details and small little exclamations of popular heroes are cheered on. The story of the night quickly becomes not one of, all right, hey, we're all potentially going to die, and rather, we carry the fire of those who have come before, who have fought to bring us to this point. Those who we have lost are pushing us onward. Those who are not yet with us desire nothing more than our victory so they may be in a better world. It is for us in this moment to decide how the future unfolds. The heroes of myth and legend stand with us. Who are we to try and say we cannot win? And you watch as that energy infectiously takes over. The crew's mood is elevated, and the backing sound when you finish is an uproarious cheer that does not easily subside into the night as a call for with the distance you are yet to carry, a call for a cast to be broken open, and second round to be provided to all crew is made publicly known. No, that's the wrong. Oops, sorry.
I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get the chair that I create, and I'm going to pat the chair next to it and invite Borghild to sit down. What is the equivalent of, say, a cigar in this world?
A cigar.
And would we have any on deck? Like from, say, the captain, who I know is but maybe he just has some in a box somewhere that might be old and dusty.
Kind of like people who, like Han in Fast and Furious movies, he eats snacks instead of smoking a cigarette. Maybe Captain Manastakos has something.
Manastakos.
So maybe he has something like it's called something in Arkham and in Call of Cthulhu and stuff like that. A habitual item that he has. Anyone? Habitual items?
I get you. My treasured possession in my current campaign is macadamia nuts.
What a nerd!
Yeah, it's in the 20s. He served in the Pacific. Anyway, enough about my train game. But more importantly, Manastokos is a ghost. So
that doesn't mean he doesn't need a habitual item. So how dare you?
He will sit and like form a pipe of sorts, but any attempts for you to interact with it will be quite limiting.
Hang on.
The crew. So here's my.
Oh, hang on. I stole some of that stuff. Well, to be fair, not really. We went to that one island with the glowing stuff. The tree was glowing and all that stuff was glowing. Maybe the tree was
the golden heart.
Yeah.
The divine apples and the
Correct.
So you have that is something. You still have some applications of olive oil. You do also have you mash down the fruits into a drink. I will note most of that did turn into standard, which is it's rather like standard wine. It's a young wine, so not particularly heavy, but still lovely. It tastes fantastic. The rest of it would be like healing, basically, just so you know. I will say there is probably some hash-like items that could be smoked. Tashish.
There it is. Yes.
A kind of hemp seed sort of thing. Not very widely used, but it stays very well on a ship, and could be used to and is finding some uses in rope repair. So. Yeah.
DeFrere's going to create a bowl out of like an apple and share it with Borkild.
Oh yeah. I'll give you a mushroom on. Don't cut it up into very thin pieces.
She's gonna eat the whole thing.
No! That's too much for me. I use it for sleep. Shit.
We'll say for purposes of sparing you a potentially disastrous role where you are no longer able to participate in the RP you would like to create. You are very, very loosey-goosey right now as you lean back in this Adirondack chair and kind of zone out. The rocking of the waves seems to almost move throughout your entire body, and you are very at one with the world around you.
The fact that Turk knew Adirondack, like he just went to Lowe's yesterday to pick up outside chairs.
I know what an Adirondack chair is. I go to Maine.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Or upper northwest or northeast.
I submerge myself in the dark waters of the northeast often. I know what an Adirondack chair is.
Never in Boston, though. You leave that water alone.
No. Anyway, y'all are relaxing on some Adirondack chairs. One which I will probably greedily say is a bit more comfortable than the other. But
I take that one.
There you go.
Well, to be fair, if DeFerris worked in the one that she worked on, I'm going to use the one that Oath worked on. The professional who knew how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alright. An apple? You're going to smoke it out of an apple?
Yeah, you just... Here, let me show you. And she'll, like, hold the chair. Just breathe in, and then she'll like help you and she'll release up the whole. She'll make sure you get a good heavy hit.
This is the most brilliant contraption.
I'm imagining this is all so. On the one hand, I love the idea of like making an apple instead of an apple bong, it's like an apple hashish. But also, Oath would have probably just like absolutely shown you the basic workings of a bong system when he saw you trying to make an apple hashish at one point. So
Is he gonna come to our bong circle?
probably not. Maybe.
A pass?
At this moment, it's y'all two, and I would love that
Okay.
scene to continue on.
So Defer's gonna turn to Brookehill. Absolutely ripped. Like, you're seeing not a lot of her eyes. She's feeling really good. Brookehill, I could tell you were not jazzed or excited at the idea of heading towards Python's Tetones Mountains. Python. What's his
Sidon?
name? Sidon. Pythons.
I've already been to Pythor's.
Oh, right. That's right. I heard that one time.
Just the one? Nice. Oh, nice. Better than I thought I was. Oh, yeah. No. I'm trying to, think before I speak. It's new for me. I think we show Lutheria our hand by going to Sidon first. We show her what we're capable of. It's kind of always here. I thought I professed my feelings to Pythor, and then he started laughing at me, and then it was Lutheria instead, which was diabolical. Brilliant on her behalf, because I am entirely fucked up with it, but also diabolical. And if I could punch her in both of her tits right now, I would. But that's not the point. So we show our murderous intent and that we have no intention of working with the Titans by taking one of them out. Like, we can sit there and tell Lutheria, oh yeah, we totally did that on your behalf. She's not gonna believe us. I don't think she's really gonna believe us once Chandris gets to her. Though I think Chandris has been here helping us. Which I still don't know why anyone hasn't dug into. I'm convinced everyone on this ship might actually not like me at all. Which is why I have not dug into it. But at least Oath. Or dislikes me, or finds me at least repugnant, so to speak. But we're playing into a hand of, yes, we are here to combat, rather than reason with or ask for anything other than brute force. And I think the island that we were just at gave us a boon that could have helped us tremendously with this. And instead, we're going into physical combat and disarray when it's our minds that have been strengthened. I understand the want to go after Sidon. I firmly believe in a revenge plot. I intend to sit back and, now that I know what this apple creation is, rip one of these as I watch Threnos take his father's throne. That's gonna be a really fucking rad time. 10 out of 10. No notes in this mental picture I have in our head of what's gonna come from that combat, but I think we have made a mistake by not playing to all of our advantage. with Etheria. But yesterday, with everyone kind of saying, yes, Sidon, I didn't know that it's my place as an outsider to distract from what it is the group wants to do, especially with taking the oath.
Well, I mean, so a couple things. I don't know what the word repugnant means, so if we could never use that in a sentence again,
Okay.
that'd be great.
Yep.
But what I will also
I think
say,
he thinks I'm disgusting. Does that make more sense? I think
Yeah.
he thinks I'm
sure.
wanted for the physical.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so here's the thing: is we like you a lot, and I think if I were to stand up right now and I would do that if you want me to prove that we like you a lot, I'll make sure that you know that we respect you next.
I don't assume that any of... I hope none of you dislike me after you convince me into an oath of fellowship. It's more so... I think I may be mildly fucked up from Lutheria making all the crew laugh at me in that game. Mixed with both actually not liking me. Now it's just kind of like, I assume the whole crew doesn't like me. And I don't think it's even that Oath doesn't like me fundamentally. I think he's just like, she's a pervert, and then continues on with his day. I tried to come on to him to get off boat and out of this place. Didn't work out. Anyways, that's not here or there. Thylea. Idea? To not go to her first. But we gotta take care of Sidon. Because most of the people here know more about him. She'll just give you a cheap grin,
well, next time, feel free to tell us if you don't agree with something. To be fair, I almost tried to kill a young girl once, and nobody agreed with me at that point, except kind of.
I mean, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
So
we've got Eliana, who could have probably resurrected her. There were other plans in place, right? Maybe not. I don't know. I fucked up real bad coming here, and I don't want to be the constant anymore. If that makes sense.
well, I mean, we're doing it no matter what, and we're grateful to have you. So I don't think it's necessarily you. I think it's everything. And she's gonna hit the pipe again.
Oh, point of order, because I realized I'm dumb and I'm putting this out in chat right now. We were on the Lotus Witch Island. There's absolutely poppy you could be smoking. And not real world poppy where it's opium and terribly addictive, but fantasy poppy where it makes all your fears fly away.
And it means I can walk up and down the stairs.
Yes.
Without hearing my knees.
Okay, but does it also, in the poppy world, let me connect with a god?
You could try to talk to your god right now. I mean, you are you have to remember, you're not a
What about a
cleric.
titan?
Look,
I don't want to mix with those waters. Never mind. I don't want to
yeah, better question. Are you in a state where you want to detente with an incredibly powerful being right now?
No. Absolutely. We just took rips out of an app. Definitely not.
Yes,
Also,
the apple hookah pipe.
This is a 18 plus stream, as
Yeah.
I've learned in my watches. Just a reminder for those of you at home.
If
You're
you didn't
young,
know-
you're
if you
gonna
didn't know
learn
now-
something.
Yeah, if you didn't know
Don't do
now, you especially not Poppy. Well, Poppy sees great on bagels. Anyway,
Delicious in the cake I have downstairs.
so good. Anyway, you were both high and
Yeah.
got away. I'm sorry.
Mostly, the whole point is that Defer just to make sure that Borghild knows that her opinion is. If she needs to, or feels that she should speak it, she should. Even if people might not like what you have to say, or like, killing a young girl. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Or say the thing, or, whatever. You get it. I don't have to say it all, you get it.
I get it.
Do you want me to punch Oath?
No, I think you're already doing enough by just kind of hovering around him and making him teach you projects.
Yeah.
I feel like that's in its own way a punch.
It is a type of punishment for him. I talk a lot at him. So.
He's also really smart, which is very challenging to deal with because I'm a person who would like simple answers. Does not provide them.
Well,
Also, Wyatt, what's wrong with me? Like, why didn't he let me flirt with him? Shut it down so fast. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. We're going on an adventure to Sidon's home.
yeah.
There may or may not be a fleet en route. We may or may not be ruining every chance we have with this area. We're gonna fist a bolt of lightning or something. To be fair, I'm not sure what's all gonna happen with Sidon. The last time I was in a really bad storm, everyone I knew and loved for the most part died. So let's just go right to it.
Well,
Can you hand me that apple again?
yeah. And she will hand the apple. And we'll just hang out and get stoned on poppy hash. Hashish. Poppy hashish.
Yeah.
At one point, you'll just hear Borghild, like the whole deck will hear, "This is a terrible idea," except it's through fits of giggles. So it sounds like, some people, making an observation, may think that this is just them planning a prank that's gonna go terribly awry. But no, this is Borghild's actually thoughts. Going to see Sidon first. She'll just giggle it out.
All right. Well, that first night passes without incident. Second day, the sun rings high in the sky. Put you back on the Thylea map for some fun times. You now have 19 days remaining in the Oath of Peace. 5 days on that Hero's Feast. The seas are calmer as you make progress. 2.5. With a full day sail, you have 2.5 days of ocean voyage remaining. The clouds are getting a bit thicker now. It doesn't seem like there's a storm on the horizon, just kind of a soupy morning that doesn't seem to be burning off with the rise of the sun. Anyone immediately doing anything with their day?
I was like just making sure that like we've got so many eyes watching. I mean, the basic thing that we know, right, is storms. Okay. So yeah, just making sure we got people watching.
Mm-hmm. The crew is definitely on high alert in the for the storm. Certainly, the crow's nest is doing what it can to ascertain where a storm is. Now that you have kind of a free siren or two to scout out, you can do some alternating high-flying reconnaissance on conditions. It helps when all of your sirens are in good order. Keep your sirens in high spirits for accurate recon information. As well as, the sort of light druidic magic that is available to your magic casters indicate there shouldn't be a naturally occurring storm on the horizon. Still, crew feels, a little hungover, a little, rough in the morning, but that's the price of audacity. Then that's something they carry gladly. Whew. Anyone? Sorry, I want to turn this back over really quick. Anyone doing anything in particular? In that case, Jafera. Steros approaches you. This is the first, because usually he's just huddled away in his corner.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yes, and as he wraps all 20 fingers... No, he approaches and... Yeah, important question. A query, really a demand for information, I must know. We are intending to assault Praxis, yes.
Yeah. Wow. You're talking to me? Yeah. Okay. Okay. What was the question? Assaulting Praxis. Yes.
Yes, we moved to the tower. The tower, yes, very good. Very good. That is where it will occur.
Do you know about the tower? Hang on a second. Don't go too fast. I'm a little bit wasted still. I ate a lot of poppy and hashish last night.
Deficient, an excellent moment of exploitation for myself. Yes, good. Yes, I know very much of the tower. You can trust me. I'm a friend. Oh, I'm such a good friend to you. Yes. A very good friend. You can tell me all your weaknesses.
Oh, me? I don't have any. I'm asking about the tower's weakness. That feels like a strange question, Sarah.
Is it strange? No, certainly not strange. It's just something we friends talk about in our moments of weakness. Certainly. After careful observation, I've come to this conclusion. They suspect nothing. Yes. The tower. Yes. Well, it's quite well guarded in the front. You'd need quite the force to pull down the gates, let alone get past the ballistae, which will shoot you into the ocean, and then I shall rise from the depths. An angry god to join. Sorry. But if you don't want to join them in the deeps, then perhaps flight, but no.
Dangers in the sky. They huddle around the tower, circling and circling for fresh carrion. They desire the flesh of foolish heroes such as yourself. I mean, intruders such as yourself. Very clever, very clever. The pipes, then, perhaps the pipes. Larger ones can't get through. No, cannot get through. Certainly not. Not for the big ones. Only your size-ish, medium-ish, perhaps. It would be difficult for the larger ones to get through. Yes. But a possibility. But this is only if we're going to the towers. You have not confirmed. Are we going to the tower?
Yeah. Yeah? That's how she's gonna answer.
And he seems like he's looking at you with his one eye. And like the way his eyebrow is working, it's like he's trying to probe into your mind.
Do you trust me?
No. Not particularly, currently.
Why not? Ain't the luck to
Yes.
smite your foes.
You were just mumbling about how much you hated all of us and how I'm an idiot. I mean, I might be a little bit high, but I can still hear you.
No, they couldn't possibly have heard that. No.
Buddy, we hear you all the time.
Lies meant to dissuade me from the goal. Interesting. Anyway.
Okay, well, I mean, it's not a lie. But also, if you're gonna, like, double-cross us and, like, do a
There's such a
weird
thing as
thing...
that. I'm your friend and ally and closest confidant. We are besties.
Okay, what? No, I mean,
who
for
you would trust
sure.
more than me. Hence why you always bring me along. Certainly the only reason. You wouldn't be exploiting me for my abilities otherwise.
Okay, well, kind of. I mean, that makes it feel bad when you say it like that. So, I mean, I don't dislike you. But I mean, like, you've never, like, eaten dinner with us and just, like, been chill. You do mumble about how you hate us and want to murder us, like, regularly. And I know you're going to say, that do you think we can't hear you? We can. And, like, I mean, I think you're cool. I don't think you're necessarily maybe, like, a bad guy. But you're definitely not giving, like, good guy vibes either, you know? But I mean, no judgment, because, like, you know, I'm not necessarily always a good guy. Sometimes. Anyways, so, like, are you gonna double cross us when we get to this town? Looking for something there, or are you trying to, like...
Insight check this son of a bitch.
Thank you, I was literally just about to...
Of course he's gonna try and double cross you, yeah.
Okay.
There is look, if I have ever played him as subtle or had you doubting whether he is intending to double cross you, I have completely misacted in that moment.
How do we throw him off our boat?
No!
No, we've
He's our
always
emotional
known.
support serial killer.
Yes, he's always been the odd one, and
This
that's
is
why
gonna
we
suck
appreciate him.
so bad where one of us die because of this consequence.
This is
We're
literally
not
like,
gonna die. It's
This-
fine.
This is
It's gonna
truly
be
a
like
case
that
of,
Literally
like,
just said we're gonna die.
we can fix him, but not in like a sexual way. This is just for funsies.
No, we're not even trying to fix him. We're just letting him be and keeping him around.
Yeah. Well, but this time we will just not tell him to stab us, like
Yeah.
last time. If we don't say it, then he won't.
True. Maybe.
There's gonna come a point where Turk takes control of that character sheet again. And we're all gonna regret him eye blasting us. And I just
It's
wanna say
gonna
I
be
told you
fine.
so in advance.
I mean, where are all the good Chrissy rolls gonna go if not to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chrissy's just gonna sit here doing nothing, Turk, if you turn him against us.
I'd feel terrible. Truly, that would be the worst thing for me. I certainly. In other news, there is no rat piloting me right now. I'm not just a giant fucking rat wielding to betray all my friends' trust.
Have you heard of this game, Diplomacy?
No one trusted me.
No one will play with me
I wonder
either,
why.
Turk.
I'll play with you. It's okay.
Okay, just me and you.
Just me and you.
So stupid.
That being said, Steros is going to like.
I just wanted to know if we were going to the tower or not. We're heading in the right direction.
I mean, here's the thing, guy. It was like, I'm not gonna tell you that unless you tell me what.
You cut off. I'm sorry. The mic
Oh.
is not.
She's gonna be like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna tell you what unless you're gonna tell me what you're gonna do. So, like, what's in the tower?
A quid
Like-
pro quo. Interesting.
And I am doing this with my 10 fingers, but imagine this doubled. So it's
Sure.
extra weird. It's like a plotting millipede.
It is Sidon's seat of power, yes. Within are many of his top lieutenants, sergeants, and generals. His army that he keeps close to, a personal guard, a place where he creates his most fine creations. A beautiful plethora of death and destruction. You have to ascend each floor individually, for there's powerful magic upon the tower. Teleportation straight to the top is impossible. But if you fly, ooh, then you would face a great deal of danger indeed.
So, you just want to get there so you can build things for him?
That's but one of many goals. There are so many goals to build in the tower, one of the ultimate forges of the world. It is a worthwhile ambition, wouldn't you agree?
What if I told you I know a really cool church? Like, a really cool one. Like, one of the coolest ever.
I would be interested in seeing if I did not already know it. I have a fine knowledge of all the most impressive forges in the world.
Chrissy can't remember the name of
The Mithril Forge. I know what you
the
mean.
Mithril Forge, thank you.
Myth, legend, foolish trickery by the Dragonlords of old.
I think that we're getting you armor, and I think we are ordering all of our friends, which, to be fair, we included you in until you started mumbling about murdering us some now, but weren't we ordering? That's a Threnos question.
Yeah, there was
Ordering a bunch of...
there was mention of ordering armor for folks. I think we can sort that out in our between sessions, just to get a final count and stuff.
So, I mean, like, if we can prove to you... Shit. Fake story? Can we get you to, like, not be weird about this tower guy?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to like make a promise.
No. No.
Okay. Well, in that case, I gotta tell some folks about this weird ass conversation we're having.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I came to ask you in confidence, in private, because we're besties. I am your second at arms, your most trusted advisor. Right behind you with the knife. Just like your
Okay.
first, of course.
Okay, this is just such a. There's just a dichotomy here that I'm very confused about, Steros. Where like you keep saying you're my A1, but then
I am the only one you can trust on this ship. Give all your trust unto me.
okay.
They disrespect you, my lady. I have heard tale.
Oh no, yeah, I know that already happened. I've made some really bad choices. Don't forget.
They just be talking shit.
Yeah, listen, I go to sleep with me at night, believe me, they can't do any worse. But I have some conversations that I need to have. I appreciate you. The tower. I hear you. I see you. I value your opinion. Because that's what besties be doing. And she's going to try to slink away.
He just like kind of nods at you.
Yes, yes, good. It's best as no one knows our meeting here.
And also will like slink away. Anyway, is anyone else doing anything? Then in that case, we'll jump to that night. As the clouds are still there, hanging in the sky like lazy fat clumps of seaweed drifting along through an ocean of stars, gripping occasionally to one another and parting and mixing, but still providing a fairly clear view of the night sky above. Anyone happen to be up on deck, or
Yeah,
So-
probably.
I will. Oh, yeah.
oh, well, hey, look,
Hey.
you're all on deck. Hey, those of you do begin to see a quick light shoot across the stars. Then another, another, another. For it seems like a chorus of beacons of light are crashing across the horizon.
I'm gonna go and wake Ivar up gently so he can come watch too.
He'll rise and be guided up in that cozy blanket of his, but the night sky is filled with gorgeous colors as the crew calls to one another to all witness the sight. Anyone do anything in particular on this night? It is a meteor shower for above the table.
I'm gonna ask Pythor if he'd like his hair braided while we watch the meteor shower. And everyone knows that getting your hair braided is one of the best feelings in the world. So he
You just-
better like it.
Sure, that sounds great.
Well,
Anyone else?
Calliope's just gonna be strumming just gentle little melody.
And then yeah, like if Defera's up there, I'll be up there with her, as we're just, just enjoying the peace and tranquility.
In that case, you'll all watch as a particular one. Let me make sure, in case this has any like disastrous details attached to it that I'm completely mess up.
And everyone make a deck save.
Yeah, no.
No, someone's casting it.
Yeah, you're all caught in a meteor swarm.
Fuck.
Fucking gotcha. No, there we go. This one particular light begins to grow larger and larger as it cuts through the sky. Eventually, a flaming ball looks like it's almost about to hit the ship before it smashes and sprays seawater across the entire deck. The heat of it is still tangible, almost, as the temperature of the cool night breeze is immediately dispersed with a radiating wave of heat. As a chunk of the sky is gonna just fall next to y'all. It's
Is
bright
it
glow.
floating?
Briefly, but it looks like it's on its way to eventually begin sinking.
Well, that's scary.
Yeah, no, I was
Jesus.
about to say.
It looks like as in the next few moments it does begin sinking and submerging, but still giving off a glowing light that in the somewhat shallow waters you're currently navigating is still visible, but will require effort to go down and access. Should that be something you're interested in?
Yeah, didn't we have a checklist? And like we got the metal not from the planet. Never mind. So it's like, I mean, it's still cool. We could get some.
Yeah, I'll be like, ooh, and then it's like, Defera, hold on a minute, and then I just jump in.
I will say, it looks
won't
pretty
jump
deep
in.
down there. Okay.
Just kidding.
No, of course I'm jumping in.
Here it goes.
Defera would follow. She'll be like,
No.
So you both hit the water, and
What are you doing?
I
said
speak from
wait.
personal experience. If you've ever seen how deep an ocean can get, even at a fairly shallow point, this is not like I'll just swim down a few feet. This is, a few yards down. You'll need time and effort, and with the size of this thing, significant time perhaps. So having a way to hold your breath for extended periods beyond your Constitution score would be advised.
I would like to polymorph myself into
Yeah.
a squid.
What?
Yes. Giant squid. Giant squid.
A giant squid
Yes.
or a squid? Because you said a squid. Do you mean giant squid or
No.
little
What's
squid?
the... well, at fifth level, what's the CR? I feel like someone else will know that. I was at...
Wait,
the
what?
CRs equal to your level
Oh, okay.
or low.
CR 5 creatures.
No, like your level. We're level 10.
We should be level
We're
10.
level 10, so
yeah.
CR 10.
Which means like you can get like pretty much the full gambit of beasts. A T-Rex is only CR 9, so you should be good.
You can be whatever you want.
Okay, giant squid it is.
I mean, yeah, but you could even go up to. Oh gosh, I'm still scrolling. Sorry.
A sexy giant squid.
An aboleth, a plesiosaur, gargantuan
Aboleths are not
monstrous
beasts.
crab. That's
Gotta
fair.
be a
Oh,
beast.
Be a
You
beast.
can be a crab!
A giant monster
Right.
crab. A gargantuan monster crab. Yeah.
Gargantuan crab.
Giant enemy crab.
Horrifying.
I would like to be something that can grab and swim.
Crabs are famous for their ability to grab things.
Squid!
Okay,
Why are we pushing the crab meta?
I don't. Everything is crab meta.
Because I have crab emotes on Discord.
Oh my
That's
god.
why.
That's the only reason.
Anyway.
I would make squid emotes, please.
And as DeFair jumps in and polymorphs, we're not skipping, just kidding, and then squid and plops into the water. And tries to take off after the meteor so that she can give it to Leo as a present.
No, that was my idea. I start swimming after it too.
Oh my god, Leo, can you swim?
I can, of course. Or I'm underwater.
I don't think he can hear you on the.
Oh shit.
Probably you could safely assume everyone can swim.
I can swim because I have armor that says I can.
Oh, you have a swim speed, but you know, this still doesn't preclude someone from just being able to basically swim. Like you are really good at swimming, though.
Oh yeah, Michael Phelps, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Do me do like a constitution check? or
Yeah.
something?
If you're going under without any additional assistance
No,
to,
of course
to
not.
like breathe, please make a Constitution saving throw. Because otherwise, you will begin to not enjoy this.
19.
You're holding your breath for now, but it is basically
Yep.
going to be like per action here. Like,
Yeah.
you are already at the length of your holding your breath. Like, this is just to stave off passing out as you reach the meteorite. Anyone else going overboard?
You know, maybe not.
I'm
At
gonna
least they're thinking before doing stuff, unlike us.
summon a bestial spirit. That's going to be a smaller squid. That will swim after Leo to make sure that he's okay. Because I can see through my bestial spirit's eyes and stuff like that, but really I'm just gonna sit
Okay.
and become a small squid watching after Leo to make sure he doesn't. If he dies, then I,
Alright.
Borghild, will go out swimming.
Your senses are down below the waves.
Yes.
Hey, I've got two people who are not below water right now.
Yeah.
The two of you can make me a perception check.
Oh no, I've been rolling so bad tonight.
You
you
better
rolled a
roll
30.
good.
Yeah, but that's because I have a plus 13. 11. See what I mean?
25.
Hell yeah, Eliana. Sorry.
What do my elf eyes see?
Your elf eyes do not see, but your elf ears hear the sound of something breaking the water a little bit off the distance off the other side of the ship. And it seems to have caught the attention of the rest of the crew. As it seems like a almost half derelict ship working its way towards you all has well, in a few words, this ship looks beat to hell, like it's been raided and attacked, and is barely holding water. As you see, one of a three-person crew bailing water over the side, desperately. The other two wave towards you all, and the crew is immediately calling to arms.
Oh no, someone got it.
Could you two make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
People in the water?
No, you guys are fine. You guys are fine.
Ooh, 20.
Borghild,
on.
why don't you do it as well, though?
You make those at advantage.
You make those
Yeah.
at advantage.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
It might
I got-
matter.
27.
nice.
Oh, okay. I'll take the 20 over a 5.
Oh god.
See, this is what I mean. It's just a famine out here.
Okay.
That's
All
not
of you are-
Candyman. I said 21, Caption Ninja.
all of you are fine, but you watch the rest of your crew begin like jumping overboard as this kind of melody seems to fill the air. As they rapidly begin swimming out to assist the ship, by all accounts. It's just to your eyes you notice that like, oh, those people look particularly attractive. Not winged, not by any means a harpy song of any kind, but like just very strangely, standardly attractive people on this boat, like some kind of weird pleasure cruise. Where I'll leave you all for the night, Borghild, make me a Constitution save at disadvantage.
Why?
Because I said so, and it's almost your birthday. Looks like
9?
9, which means no. Which makes sense. As you're mentally down amongst the waves checking on Leo, which Leo is struggling. Leo, it don't feel good to be underwater holding your breath like this, I'll be honest.
No, yeah. I thought I could do it.
And Defera, you grasp this piece of star metal. It is heavier than you expected, but with effort, you believe you can haul it up. But Borghild, checking on this, you suddenly feel this kind of rigidity strike you. And you're not sure why. How best to... Let's jump into Eliana's vision, because I know your passive perception is quite high. So we'll jump in on you here as this occurs. You look off in that boat and see some of your crew begin heading over in that direction of the ship, oddly, concerningly, eagerly in the night, rather than creating a boat, getting a ship to go over and begin ferrying over. They are actively just swimming quickly. And then you hear, well, you're a warrior. You've been in a lot of fights. You know what it sounds like when someone slides a knife into somebody. And turning around, you see that Ivor has stabbed the shit out of Borghild. And that conundrum is where we're going to leave you all for the night. As her body goes rigid. And I will roll damage later, but it'll be super fun. So, the only words you hear escape from his lips. I need to be the strongest. That's how she promised the way back. She promised the way back if I'm the only one who lives. And that is where we're going to end you all for tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. It has been a delight and a pleasure.
You're gonna piss.
You dare do this to me on the eve of my birth.
I missed the day of Corndog's birthday.
I do dare because I know you'd love some drama. Anyway,
I do love drama, but like Vanderpump Villa, not this.
So much to do, so much to say. So why don't we begin saying it with by you all telling people who you are, who you're playing tonight, where they can find more of the exceptional work you put out into the world. Starting, of course, with Comrade Crash. Kick us off.
Hey, I'm Comrade Crash. You can find me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Comrade Crash. I played Leo Dracos, the Human Paladin. And just find me here every other week. And then let me pass it on to Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Crits. You can find me all over the internet at Chrissy Crits. Tonight I played Defera, Adamas. She's a giant squid right now. And your girl has never polymorphed a single ever. Nor do I play druids really well, so I can't. we'll see how this goes next time. Maybe she'll drown this Ivor motherfucker. Tune in. Heck.
Alright, that's me. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your stream. Screen usually, but stream works too. And tonight I was here with Calliope. Find me all over the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, Blue Sky, etc., etc. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next. Because I wear a lot of hats and wander a lot and do a lot of things. Most notably for the near future, you can find me back here on Friday for Steel and Arbor. It's our little Humblewood campaign, and we're a bunch of little guys, and it's really cute. This is like episode 3 or so you're catching it early on if you want to catch it. It's very sweet. And you know, we're the original Seven Sons cast, which you know, is one of the flagship campaigns of this channel, so it's always good to be back. And then every other Thursday you can find myself, Corndog, and Chrissy over on Crits and Giggle RPG for our Tyranny of Dragons campaign, which, you know, we're getting to the endgame very soon. There's weird shit happening, and, you know, one day we're gonna see Tiamat probably, or maybe prevent her from getting here in the first place. We'll see. Just looking at the chat right
Or
now.
maybe we won't. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? But that's the gist. I think that's the things that I do right now. So on over to Tony.
Oh hi, I'm Tony. I played Eliana Legide. I don't remember what else we're supposed to tell you. Except that I exist, but not really.
Yeah. Oh. I
Prove
know
it.
you exist. I gave you a hug.
Prove it. Anyway, go to Corndog.
I'm Corn Dog, and I'm dead. Back to you, Turk.
Hi, everybody.
Also, hang on. No, I'm interrupting you. I'm taking that back from me. It's my birthday. So, in Chrissy's time, in your time, Heck's time.
Not
Maybe
quite
Tony's time?
tomorrow. Not quite tomorrow yet.
I know. Give me 23 minutes. That's how long my outro will take. No, I had a feeling I was gonna die by the end of this episode when you briefly mentioned, or one of you could die to be able to talk to Lutheria, and I was like, I'm gonna die. And I could just feel it. I could feel it in my bones the whole episode. And it's just been sitting with me this whole time. I was like, when's Turk gonna kill me? And I feel very validated and vindicated for having that thought. So thank you. That was the best birthday gift you could have given me.
No.
I crave validation.
I did not. That was honestly a spur of the moment thing. I did not actually intend to kill anybody. We don't even know how much damage was done to you. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm dead. That's what my outro said.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am Turk, or Turk accented if you honor the old ways. I have had the honor and privilege of being your GM for the evening and bringing so much dread to my players, despite me perhaps not even knowing it. Or more likely actually knowing it. Anyway, if you want to see more of me, my face, and the things that I do, that's pretty neat. But also you can of course find me here in 2 weeks' time, where I will be running Oathsworn again. And then the day after that, on May 27th, I'll be running another episode of Tears of Divinity Frozen Rain, which, if you don't know, is a sequel series to a really cool award-nominated series. Did I say Tears of Divinity Frozen Rain? I did. It's the sequel to Frozen Rain, but it is in itself Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle. Lancer game, great crew. We're having a ton of fun. There's also no serious emotional moments there. Certainly not. Don't look behind the curtain. Everything is fine. But that's kind of all I'm doing on the world right now. Probably might do more in the future, but that's for y'all to find out by following on the various social medias at that best. represent you. That being said, thank you all so much for joining us. Especially big shout out to those who shot us a raid over from Sword and Key. We will definitely be shooting a raid forward, so if you joined us from there, please stick around for that big old raid train. Thank you for the big loot wagon that we got, the hype caboose. It's always really great to see y'all in chat. But yeah, gosh, remember that those you hold closest are just that little less distance to strike you. But actually, not that depressing shit. It's more important than ever to keep fighting for the good things you love in this world, and that even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecy. You are incredible for joining us. Thank you so much for the art and creative energy you put into it, especially big thanks to my players who are incredible people here, as you have seen tonight. I look very much forward to settling this interesting dispute in 2 weeks, and all of the tension and death threats that I will receive between then and now. But yeah, stick around for the raid. We appreciate y'all watching and joining with us. See you next time. And Michelle, take us out of here.